Hey, just today I would like to point out something which I find extremely valuable. It's something I'm talking in my podcast and my website. I've set up a little podcast, and above that, a challenge in 100 days, which is extremely interesting. But anyway, the point that I want to make here is something that I'm experiencing through this challenge and in this podcast. And the thing is, I've started by setting up a challenge for me, a goal, a dream goal, something that is I don't really see how I could reach that goal, but anyway, I've set up a very clear date with a very clear objective, and from that I've just said, okay, and one during 100 days I'm going to make a point on my challenge, what I think I can do, what have I done today in this direction, what could I do, and so on. For 100 days, every day, I'm focusing on that, just making a little podcast on it to make a point every day. And what is extremely valuable in that is that I'm realizing that, setting up a goal, the goal that you choose. So it can be anything at all. Even if you don't, like me, you have no clue how you can reach that. The thing is, if you just, the goal is just to, okay, try, to move as much as possible in this direction. Okay, so every day through this podcast, I'm forcing myself to focus, to keep focused on this objective. And the fact that I'm making a point every day, especially by recording it and podcasting it, it's even more, that makes it even more concrete and forces me to really focus every day on it. And as it's, first of all, something exciting for me, it's not really something I'm forcing myself to do, but that makes it very concrete, because every day, I'm taking an action, at least to make a point on this goal. And obviously, if you just stop just 5 minutes every day and think, what could I do, what have I done, what is the little next thing that I could do. Obviously, you have always some ideas. There are always things that you can really do, and obviously you're going to do them. They will say, okay, at least I can do that. I will see at the end what it gives, even though maybe I think it's completely impossible, but at least, it's very clear. It's on the period is, for my case, it's 100 days, so just a bit more than 3 months, and that is extremely concrete on a short-term basis. So you don't have to say, yeah, I have 1 year to think about it. No, every day you think about it, just a very little time, so it takes no time at all, but every day things move. And every day, if there's just a little bit of something you can do in this direction, you do it. You do it because you've just thought of it, and you thought that I can do it. Okay, I can try that. I can, at least do that or that, make inquiries, things like that. And obviously things change. And so my point is, instead of having goals that are either too obvious because it's just, my surroundings, my external uh, people around me, or external conditions that tell me you should do that, or that's an obvious goal for you, things like that. uh, Instead of having that, or remaining with no real goal, nothing exciting, because there's nothing that's appear doable in your life and really exciting, at least you can choose the one you want, pick the one you want. That's much better. And you can just, most of the time we don't do that because it seems just, uh, you're already discouraged before you've started, because you have no clue how you're going to reach the end. But if you think about it, we know that most of the time there are a lot of things we have been able to accomplish. You would have thought of that in your first step. You would have never started the way, because you would have never thought you could reach, that or that in your life in certain area. But it's just because you've moved in a certain direction that little by little things have changed, evolved, and at some point you've been able to realize some things very exciting, very great, very interesting. So the key thing is to move. The more you move, the more things change, the more things evolve, and the more opportunities you find in your life. But as I said, putting a high goal at first when you don't see how it's possible, uh, we don't do it because we think it's no, I'm going to fail anyway, that's no point, or I need that and that and that before. But if you just say, okay, anyway, it doesn't matter if I don't succeed at all. The thing is, I'm going to move in this direction because that's exciting, that's my choice, and at least I can move in this direction, see what happens and how far I'm able to go, and see if in the way I find opportunities to maybe reach my goal, or even, you know, things a little different. I don't know, but at least it's in a direction I'm really excited, and I'm going to take actions because my challenge is just, well, to take a little bit of action every day. And this real action is make a point every day. If you do that, obviously things change in your mind, and if you focus in your mind on something very concrete, you're going to change things, to take actions, even just, you know, make inquiries, just as simple as that. But that changes things, and a lot of things happen. So that's what I'm doing in my challenge on my website, in my podcast. You can listen to them if you want. And I'm just at the 5th day, but in already in the well, today is the 6th day, so but already in 5 days, I've already noticed that everything changed. Everything changed just because you focus and say, okay, what if? What could I do? And then a lot of things change. Imagine just in 5 days. We'll see what it gives in 100 days. But the thing is, what I want to encourage you to do is uh, choose your own goal, something very exciting that changes completely your life. Just because today, you know, you have something exciting to think about, to see what could be the next step. And things become really concrete in your mind, and so in your life, and that changes completely your day. You know, you suddenly your life changes very fast, very quickly. Your life changes in something much brighter, and you can decide whatever you want, and there's no stress. It's just there's no failure. You go as far as you can by just making a point every day. Just simple as that. So I encourage you to do that. Try that. And if you want to listen to what it gives in my on my website, go on soundscrazy.net, crazy challenge, and you'll see my own experiment. Okay, so take your own challenge, have a great life, have an exciting life, and take action. Bye bye. I talk to you soon.